Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakam Akapash from James London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole for that's pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. Yeah, just on the back of the whole, that NATO commander, or, wherever his rank was, stating that people should prepare for a conflict with Russia in the next 20 years. He said, that's how he put it. Off the back of that, you've had because mentioned it, brothers mentioned it. I mentioned it in the video, that expect to hear about military drafts, and literally a day or two afterwards, it's being mentioned, because it's gonna take manpower, man, to fight this war as always, because it's gonna be a world war, right? The third world coming quickly. Okay, we brought that in previous video, right? The third world coming quickly. That's what you need to prepare for, right? And so they're going to require you to fight, and it's going to be compulsory. As it says here, latest, the UK could be introducing compulsory army service. Why? Because they need you. Like them old school posters. Your country needs you, or whatever. Uncle Sam, or I don't know what the equivalent one here in the UK is actually. Usually a guy with a long mustache with some navy gear, a hat and shit. But yeah, so they're gonna need people, because it's gonna be some messy war, man. It's gonna be a crazy war, as all you people should expect, right? Things have far progressed since World War II in terms of military capabilities, right? Artilleries and all kinds of things, right? This war is gonna get messy, and even Trump is saying it. Trump's been saying it. Everybody's been talking about it. This is the talk right now. Okay, preparing you for war against Russia and China and Iran, and the rest of the allies, right? And so it's going to come a point in time where this is going to happen. We've been, beginning of our elders and apostles, we've been telling you this. Okay, that time is fast approaching. All right. This was from the ITV. I'm not gonna play the video because they probably, have copyright or some shit on it. So, but it says general suggests Brits could be called up to the army. Okay. Because these armies right now, they're lacking. Okay, there's not enough of them, and the equipment and the military spending right now is not where it needs to be to fight a proper war. They mentioned a little while ago that they don't have a first class, or whatever, however they put it, they haven't got a first class military at this moment in time. Okay, it's kind of degraded. They got old stuff, and they need more people. All right, and that was the UK saying that. I know in America it's the same. And the people, the people required to enlist in these armies, they're not the same caliber of people either. They've had it, nice and easy or comfortable. These latest generations of people, they've had it comfortable, man. They've been fucking eating Doritos and fucking getting takeaways of Uber Eats and shit. Just been sitting comfortable and having office jobs and all this kind of shit. They're not really built for war, So yeah, things are not looking good for the West and their armies, or potential armies, right? But again, this is all in the scriptures here. This World War III, and like I said, you're going to be expected to fight. These people are gonna call on you, man. If you don't answer the call, man, hey man, you can find yourself in a prison cell somewhere, or wherever, concentration camp, whatever, right? This is from Jeremiah 49 verse 14. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together. Well, this guy, what was his name? Oh, I forget the guy's name, the NATO dude, right? He was out there, being sent, speaking these things. They were talking about it, right? The Most High is having these heathens speak, right, and having them organize themselves for war, right? Because it's the Most High's will to create this third world war to destroy them. Okay. So I've heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I make these small among the heathen, and despised among men. Right? This is talking about America's enemies. Right? And the Lord is causing them to rise up against them. Right? But the Lord is causing all these nations to rise up to gather for war on all sides. Okay? Everybody's preparing for war. Okay? It's Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, okay, amongst the nations, right? Prepare war. Well, that's what that commander, NATO commander said, the beast. Okay, that's what NATO is, the beast. Right? To prepare war and wake up the mighty men. Yeah, it's time to fight. And they're gonna call upon you, whether you're mighty or not. Right? They're gonna call upon you, man and woman, and young man, right? To fight in this war. Okay? Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And we're speaking about these other nations and how these lesser nations, these weaker nations, or change their stance on or their focus, from like their agriculture and stuff like that into fighting wars. But same could be said even here in here in the UK and these different places, but these people that are used to soft lives, okay, having to chuck away the keyboard to go pick up a gun, because that's what you're gonna be asked to do. You're gonna get off your Xboxes and your fucking PlayStation. You're gonna dash the control pad to one side and get given a fucking gun, a real one. Call of Duty, right? You can be this is your Call of Duty, right? You're gonna be asked to come and fight. Yeah, then we can see how bad you are in real life, instead of on the computer game. Yeah, but it was a different beast, man. And people are gonna see this, man. But there's gonna be a lot of faint hearts out here, man, because like I said, you're being asked to fight the Red Army and the Red Dragon, and that's no joke, right? That's not gonna be no easy fight. Okay. Verse 11 says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about, till cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? This is where, the bulk of the fighting is going to be done. It's going to be done down there in the Middle East. That's where going to be the hottest spot of the war. Right? You'll be prepared to fight in that fight, right? In the valley of Jehoshaphat. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You'll be in there so the Lord can judge you. So basically, you shoot each other's brains out, man, and blow each other's limbs off, right? Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right. So the Lord is gathering you now, and like I said, this is how the Lord's gathering you. He's putting the spirit on these rulers, right? Your politicians or whatever, to put these things in place to conscript you to the army. So more you, man, you're gonna be gathered up and sent down there in the Middle East to fight and die. Right? It's the Lord's will, the Lord's doing. Okay. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. So therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey. Okay, these men that are being gathered to fight this war are the Lord's prey. Right? Because the Lord is on none of these guys' sides. None of these nations, the Lord is with none of these nations, right? For my determination, which is the same as the Lord's will, right? This is the Most High's will, is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, okay, which is the Lord's anger, his wrath, his righteous anger, right? Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right? That's why you're being gathered up. Okay? This is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 16, right? And he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. That's what you're going to go fight. You're going to go fight in the war of Armageddon, okay, which means mountain of troops, right? Because there's going to be so many troops there from all these different nations, man, all gathered together to be destroyed. Okay? That's what you got to look forward to, man. That's what you're getting conscripted into. right? Death and destruction. Okay? There's no winning here. Not for none of these nations. There's no winning here. They're all going to be losers. All right? Revelation chapter 20, verse 8. It's talking about Esau, right? When he, coming back into power. It says, and shall go out to see the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, which he's doing currently. Gog and Magog, which represents Russia, to gather them together to battle. Right? So he's gathering you together to go fight against Russia. That's what the NATO guy was saying. So they're doing exactly what the Lord, has prophesied they would do, what he's making them do. Right? He's gathering them together to come against Russia and their allies. Right? To gather them together to battle, to war, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Right? That's why the scripture speaks about a third world war, because this is what, who the third world war is being fought with. Okay, Russia and their allies, man. All right, the bear and the eagle. Okay, they're going to go head to head. This whole time it's been like a Cold War situation where a lot of threats were going around, back in the day, and nothing really happened. But now's the time. Now's the time where it's, about to happen. This is Joel chapter 3. Actually, I've read that already, This is Judges chapter 3, verse 1, right? And this is something that was said to the Israelites, right? And I'm going to apply it to this time now, to these other nations, right? Especially here in the West, in UK and the USA and all that kind of stuff, right? It says, for these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, okay? The heathen that were causing us problems, right? Even as many as of Israel had not known all the wars of Canaan. These people out here right now, in this generation, since World War II, because I think pretty much everybody from World War II that fought is died, I think. Right? They knew what war was. Right? These people here have lived in a quote unquote age of peace. Even though there's been a lot of wars abroad, invasions and stuff like that. But there's not been no war here on home turf, okay? In America or in Britain or, France or anywhere in Europe. Well, maybe not anywhere in Europe, but, mainland Europe, okay? EU, right? So these men are growing up in an era and don't know what war is like, man, and how messy it is. Okay, but they're all about to find out. But they're not made of the same stuff, People become soft in this age. Okay. Emotional, right? Because of all these soy boys. All these soy boys. Right? Because of all Esau's policies and all that kind of stuff, and his wine, his philosophies, right? People have become real, bitchy, weak-minded. They're not really and unhealthy. They're not really made for war, right? They're not going to be all that useful. Okay, really, this is going to be like fodder. For the most part. All right. It's Jeremiah 51 verse 30 said, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight, right? So if the mighty men of Babylon are not going to want to fight, these weak ass, civilians ain't going to want to fight either. And it's already been shown, right? Because they're already in this video here, they were asking, people off the street and that, oh, what do you think? If you get asked to fight for Britain in the war, and these men are reluctant, man. There's no patriotism. There's no patriotism out here, man. The men are reluctant, man. The men have to think about that. Well, they don't want to get involved, man. They don't really, fight no war. They don't want patriots out here, man. So yeah, these men don't really want to fight, so they're gonna be fucking useless, man. But they're gonna get called up anyway because they need people, they need bodies. And people are like, oh, okay, well, all right, yeah, we've got to protect the country, yeah? You fucking idiots out there. You know, they're just not gonna do shit. All you fucking Call of Duty dudes, how many of you gonna fucking sign up? I wonder. Yeah, because it's fucking a lot of fucking different sitting on the fucking sofa, clicking buttons. You know, why you're not actually getting shot at. You know, being deafened by actual bombs and being blinded by actual flashbangs and shit. Yeah, it's a big fucking difference. You know, as Latin would say, big difference. You know, and so these guys ain't really they're not really fucking warriors. You know what I mean? And so the whole army's gonna crumble. It's all gonna be weak. But these Russians now, man, they're fucking serious, man. They've been out there in the cold. Bunch of fucking Ivan Dragos out there. You know, but yeah, so they're not really built for the fight, man. But the Lord's gonna gather them anyway because they need to be destroyed, man. They're wicked. You know, they're wicked, man. Is that anything else here? Did I read that? Jeremiah 30 verse 6 is, ask you now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Right? Contrary to, well, I'm not even going to say popular belief, man. I don't even think it's a popular belief, man. But, you know, this new fucking bullshit, right? Men don't give birth. Men can't give birth, right? That's just true facts, you know, science. It's knowledge, right? That's just the truth, right? Men don't give birth. But why is it going to be seen like they're so messed up, in so much pain and mentally distraught, like they're giving birth, man? They're going to be messed up, man, right? Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? Why is he all fucking bent over and shit? Like, oh, man, mama, oh, man. You know, just all fucked up and shit. Crying and fucking drooling, you know, because of the things that they're going through, what they're experiencing, right? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail? Why are they behaving like women? Why are they all fucked up? Crying and shit. Broken, you know, just fucking fucked up, man. You know? So as a woman in travail and all faces are turned into paleness, man, because it's going to be a fucking serious time, man. It goes, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is that even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? This time of Jacob's trouble, although it's going to affect our people greatly, obviously. And that's who the Lord's really concerned about. But this is going to be a global thing that people are going to be experiencing. That's why Daniel 12 tells you a time like no other. Alright? Daniel 12 and 1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Right? So people are not going to be prepared for this, man. You can't be prepared for something like this. And these people really don't want to fight. You know, it's going to be fucking horrific and traumatizing and distressing. Right? People are going to break down. All these fucking guys that pretend or believe that they're hard and, you know, mentally strong and physically strong, and you're gonna see them all break down, man. Because they took life for granted. They thought it was always gonna be like this, where you can just fucking, you know, go gym, go home, eat. Like life is gonna be like this forever, man. But no, war is coming, man, and life during war is something completely fucking different. All right. But anyway, that's all I really got for this one. But yeah, man, it's coming. It's coming. We told you. We've been telling you, man. You know, compulsory army service, because they need the peeps, man. Right? They need to bolster their armies, man, because it's fucking weak right now. But you know, hey, what is it saying, man? You're only as strong as your weakest link, man. All you're gonna be subscripting is a bunch of weak dudes, man. It's not gonna make your army any stronger. You know, that's why you're gonna catch a lot of losses, man. You know, that's the truth of the matter. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.